Is that Dibley? Is that Dibley?
Oh, hello,
Hi.
Mr. Jacobs. I'm Anne Day, your celebrant. I'm with the funeral director, with Gerald.
Ah, right, yes, come in. Call me Wayne. Hi.
Very nice to meet you, Wayne.
Sorry, the place is a little bit of a mess.
Don't worry about that. I'm sure
Apologies.
you've got a lot on your mind at the moment, and I'm very, very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, that's very kind.
And we'll try to make this as easy as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so
You've
I
met
see
Dibley?
you've got... Oh, Dibley. Oh,
Dibley.
lovely. Does he stay outside, or is he going to come inside?
Well, given that it's a bit chilly, we may bring him in so that
Okay.
the door gets shut.
Oh.
Dib,
I
come on
bet
in.
Dibley's feeling a little bit sad at the moment. I know I have a dog myself, so I know.
They
They're
know
very
something's different.
intuitive.
They do. They
Shall
know
I
things are
close the
different.
door?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
Hello. Hello, Dibley. Oh, he's lovely.
He's
He looks like he's a thoroughbred dog, is he?
he's a Labrador.
He's a Labrador.
If you have food, you'll be his friend for life.
I see.
One of those.
Okay.
But
he's
very loyal,
gorgeous.
very good.
And you've got some lovely parks to walk in around
We do.
here, which is good.
With his nose against the window like that is sort of suggesting he probably wants to go out. So excuse me for a second. Let me just
Okay.
open this.
All right. No problem.
I think he wants to get outside.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go in. Okay, there you go. Where you going? You get in the corner of the sun, do you? Excuse me, let me just put his bed out.
Oh, okay. Sure. No problem.
He's a little up and down at the moment. So
Yes, I'm sure he
I'll
is.
just try and get him in the sun. Really, 1 second.
Oh, poor dog. Well, I can tell he's very well
There's,
looked after.
A sun trap in both front and back at the moment, so he will.
Well, it's a beautiful day.
That's his kind of weather right now.
Okay, all right.
So I'm sorry, it's just going to be me. My wife Sue's not coping with this particularly well.
Okay, not a problem.
And I guess that I'm not coping with the arrangements so well myself.
That's all
It's a little bit
right.
confusing.
That's what we're here for as
and
well.
Neither of us are eating particularly well, as you probably
Oh
can imagine.
dear.
So it's just going to be me.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We can go through all the details, and then you can show them to Sue and the rest of the family
Yeah.
later on. We do have a bit of time on our side.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I mean, we
Oh, it's back in.
Oh, I might just shut that because it's still a little chilly.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Hello. Hello, Craig. You going to come and join us? Yes, I don't have any food.
Good cat's always good.
I'll give him a little pat there. So where do you want me? Where shall we go?
Why don't we go into the dining room on the side of the
Okay,
kitchen
I'll
over here?
follow you.
Come through this way. Gerald did give me some details of the grief counsellor.
Oh, right.
But I
Okay.
really haven't looked at anything, I'm afraid, just haven't had the time.
Okay.
But, you know, obviously given we're, well, I mean, we're going through what we're going through, and
Yes.
so, do you, what are your thoughts on the counselling, or just talking to you, or what should we do here? What would you recommend?
Well, I normally do recommend grief counselling, particularly in your situation. It was all very sudden, and it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to cope with on your own. So I do believe that Gerald's, he's very professional. So if he's given you contact details of any particular counsellor, then I'm sure he's matched you up with a suitable one for your situation.
Okay, I guess we're, to be honest, I don't really enjoy the idea of seeing a quack, so we tend to not talk outside the family, and but you know, maybe it's time to change things a little, just given what's going on.
Well, you know, it might be something that you want to talk to Sue about.
Yeah.
It may, you know, these things do help some people. They, you know, that's what they're set out to do. And you know, just talking, sometimes just talking about it and getting it out of your head instead of all those thoughts going round and round and round.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of those at the moment,
There's a lot of
so
those,
to get them out would quieten things down in my head, at least anyway.
Maybe you can talk to your GP first, and because are you with a regular doctor?
We have a family doctor.
You have a family doctor, so your family doctor knows your history. So that might be a really good place to start. And you know, they can give you their professional opinion. I'm not a grief counsellor. I don't have that profession, so I can only just give you my suggestions. I can't give you any professional advice.
No, sure, that's absolutely fine. That's fine. Okay, we'll look at that. Now, having offered you a cup of tea or coffee, would you like a cup of tea or coffee?
Sure, a cup of tea would be great if you're making one. I just take it black with no milk or sugar.
Black, no milk, sugar. Just give me 1 second.
Sure, no problem. I'll just get out my paperwork. Okay. Just take your time.
Did you get a park at the front okay?
Yeah, no problem at all actually. I was quite lucky. I know there's a lot of building work going out at the moment, so a lot of tradies vans.
Yeah, big ones that take up a lot more space than normal.
Probably a bit noisy for you at the moment, is it?
Probably one of the reasons why we're not sleeping so well is that they kick off at 7 a.m.
Oh, yes, of course.
There's no chance to just rest, really. And with no rain, of course, it means they're here all the time, so...
Yes, well, I suppose that's going to make it quicker, whatever's going on. Quite a lot of building work going on there, isn't there?
It's just a bit... Yes, too much, really. Anyway, it's obviously being given approval by the council.
Yes,
Which you can do.
I'm sure.
So, sorry, you said black, no sugar, right?
Yes,
okay.
just black with no sugar. That would be great. Thank you very much, Wayne.
Give me a second.
And if you need to take any calls or see to Sue during the interview, please go ahead.
Right, okay, thank you. I'll try and keep disruptions to a minimal.
Oh, don't worry, don't worry. We're doing well so far.
Have you been doing this for long?
No, not that long, actually. Okay. Not that long. I have been just doing it for about 6 months so far, so I'm relatively new at this.
Okay, okay.
So,
well, you wouldn't know it.
Oh, well, that's very kind. But, you know, I've been in contact with Gerald for quite some time, so he knows me.
Okay, yeah.
And he obviously trusts me to do the job, but you are very welcome.
Trust, isn't it?
It is, but I mean, if you feel that I'm not the right person for the job, then you're very welcome to look around.
Thank you. That's nice and open of you, but you know, I think we know gut instinct is the most important thing really in this thing, so go and feel and
okay.
It's all alright so far.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear about that.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, thank you.
You know, and it depends whether you want something formal or something less formal.
Well, I think we can discuss that a little bit in a minute, but no, this is a celebration, not a formal.
Oh, okay, all right.
lots of colour, lots of celebration.
Right, okay. Well, just to let you know, I have done my full qualification in funeral celebrancy. So even though I haven't had lots of practical experience, I have done a lot of study and a lot of homework
Well,
on it. And
in the end, you've got to go with what you feel in these scenarios, and whether you've done 20 years of it, or 5 years, or 1 year, or less. It doesn't really matter, as long as, you know, I think we all worked out that your approach is looking pretty good. So
okay, all
So
right.
thank you.
So we'll carry on.
yes, so there's your tea. Sorry about that.
Okay,
I was gonna have a
lovely.
coffee,
Thank
but I
you
changed
very
my mind to a
much.
very strong tea. Apologies.
Right, okay, I've already had a couple of coffees this morning, so I don't need any more.
Okay.
So I'm here really, the purpose of this meeting today is to design a beautiful ceremony for Sue Ann, and one that really honours her life and leaves a mark on how you want her to be remembered. You've mentioned that you want a celebratory kind of atmosphere, so that's really nice.
Yeah, I just got to remember whether I've said that to anybody else or not. I obviously with what's happened and not sleeping, I'm not writing things down, and I haven't really kept a record of what I've either said to you in an email or to Gerald. So maybe you could just, I don't know, if the two of you could make sure that
Sure.
everybody sort of has the same plan in their mind, and let me know, because I can't remember what I've said to whom, really.
Okay, all right, that's all understandable. I'm sure that Gerald will confirm everything with you before he goes ahead with anything.
Okay.
He is very professional, and they realise what a strain that your family must
Yeah,
be
it has
under.
been very helpful.
Yeah. So, okay, so we're here today to go through the ceremony. We can take things slowly. I will send confirmation on everything that we agree on today in writing. Okay, so you can go over it in your own time with the family and decide if there's anything you want to add or take out or change. You'll get a better idea.
Excuse me,
No
just have
problem.
to see if that's anybody from the family.
Okay. Okay, but do stop me at any time if I'm going too fast, or if you're unsure of anything.
Yeah, well, that's probably going to be every second thing you say, but that's just me at the moment. So
No problem at all. That's
Don't take it
okay.
personally.
We've got time. I've got the time if you've got the time today.
Okay.
So that's fine. We just need to make a start, and I'll help you wherever I can if you want my input.
Yep.
I've already got some information from Gerald here on my booking sheet.
Okay.
So I know you've booked a cremation at Garth Road Chapel on the 16th.
That's right, but we understand that it may well be double booked on that day. And obviously, you know, we want to do it that day, but we don't really know what to do about that.
Okay, yes, Gerald told me about that, and he's in contact with them to see if we can maybe change the time, maybe start at a later time.
Yeah, sure.
He's hoping for an answer tomorrow. Either way, I'm sure it can be resolved. It's just a matter of the actual time on that day.
Okay.
They're normally quite flexible there. Now, have you had any further information from the coroner about the report?
No, what I'm under, what I was told was that we should have that report later this week. To be honest with you, I can't remember exactly what David said, but you know, we're obviously still keen to go on the 16th, and you know, provided this report comes through, I'm assuming that there won't be any issue with that date.
All right.
If we can rebook it.
Okay, I'll let Gerald know that.
Okay.
Now, do you have any idea as to approximately how many people may be attending the ceremony? I know it's a difficult guess, but just some ballpark figure. For example, will Sue-Ann's university friends be attending, or did you want some small private kind of affair?
We thought we'd ask all her friends.
Okay.
We're going to let her friends know.
Yes.
Which would be university friends and school friends and
Okay.
sports friends. So it could be quite a big service.
Okay.
I don't know whether everybody will want to attend, just because of it is a
Sure.
it's a tough thing
Yeah.
to face up to when you've lost a friend at
Yes.
a young age. But that could be 50 people. I don't know.
Okay, all right, we'll just do 50 plus minus, okay. And the next thing we were going to talk about was the atmosphere. Now you've told me you want more of a celebration of Sue-Ann's life.
Yep.
So, did you need to
I better check with that.
take that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Try and delay most things. No, it's okay. I can push it back after a meeting.
Had you thought about eulogies or readings from family and friends, or did you want it a shorter service, or had you thought about anything? Would anyone be willing to give a eulogy, do you think? I mean, I can always do it, but if one of the family members or a friend wanted to do it, then...
Yeah, well, as I said, I think we want to go with a celebration, so...
Okay.
There's no point in continuing the I wouldn't say negativity, but it's we've all got to come out somehow from this.
Sure.
And maybe having not quite a party, but you know what I mean, a celebration might help.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I'm sure there'll be quite a few people that would like to say something.
Okay.
But I know that her best friend would like to say a few words,
Okay.
perhaps a bit more than just a couple of lines.
Right.
We might, there might be some of her university friends, school friends might say a couple of bits here and there.
Oh, okay.
But her best friend, I think, wants to say a bit more than that because she's known her for most of her life. And I guess I'm in my head at the moment anyway, working on what I want to say as well.
Okay.
Which
So you would like to speak?
finding difficult to align my thoughts and words.
Sure.
It's a bit of a jumbled mess at the moment.
Sure. I'm sure you'll find the right words at the right time.
I hope so.
Okay, well that sounds like a good start. That sounds like a very good start. We can work the service around this.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a copy here of the usual format
Okay.
of a service, so you
Okay.
can have a look at that
Yep.
and decide if you want it to go along those lines or you want it to be a little bit more personal or bespoke. So usually there's a procession that's followed by a welcome. So normally the celebrant gives the welcome, but as I say, we can do this any way you like.
Mm-hmm.
And you could at that stage maybe have a prayer or a hymn if you like. Sorry, did you want to take that?
Sorry, it's
No problem.
messages from
No,
the family.
life goes on.
Yeah, nothing I have to attend to right now, but I guess as I said, lots of people want to have a say and
Oh, okay.
get involved
Right.
and
Well, that's
lots of
good.
messages.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
very, very nice.
Yeah, you need it at this point in time.
Yes. So
Um,
yes, a prayer or a hymn. Anything along those lines.
Well, Sue-Ann was not particularly religious, didn't really ever attend church. Sue, no. I think it's probably best if maybe we play some of her favourite music
Okay.
rather than a prayer
Sure.
or hymn. Again, that kind of could feel for those that aren't used to it, a bit of a solemn process, really.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, what was her friend's name, the one that wants to speak, by the way?
Jen.
Jen. Okay, we'll put a space in for Jen and a space in for Dad. So we might play some other music then after that, and then usually we have a blessing or a reading. But if we don't want that, we can add something of your own in there, something more personal. Could be a slideshow. I don't know if you've thought about that at all.
Yeah, we did think about that. Sue's been going through boxes of old photographs, and
okay.
we have some digital and some on film still.
Yeah.
So we just thought that might be a good way to, the celebration idea. Just from a toddler, infant through to, recent photographs. In a way you have to pull a few out and make people laugh as well, and it becomes a celebration again.
Sounds good, great. I'll add that in there. Our slideshow will be a lovely addition. Let me know if you need any help setting that up. I'll let Gerald know that you need a screen.
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about Sue-Ann? I know she struggled with mental health towards the end, but what was she like growing up, and what are your happy memories of her, and how would you like her to be remembered?
Well, I think first of all, we'd like the memory to make sure it doesn't include any helium balloons or any horrible. We don't want to. That's we're very aware of, and in fact that's a passion for all of us about the consequences to the environment of these things. So
so eco-friendly.
Yes, or just an animal friendly, really. Don't want to see another horrible story in sea turtles or anything like that.
Yes.
So, Sue-Ann, well, she was a beautiful little girl, very full of energy and into lots of sport. She was a very competitive, but not horrible about it, person. She wanted to win everything that she was involved in, every game that she played, but did it in the way that was, competitive without being aggressive and horrible.
Sure.
And I think that was, the way that she was a real team player. And because she was like that, I think she helped to inspire a lot of people, and people warmed around her. And there's a wall of medals in her room from various team sports she's been involved in. And as everybody will say, she was very caring. If you were a friend, if you knew her, she'd be completely loyal. And that was a great strength of hers, and probably her biggest downfall as well. To be completely honest, I mean, she cared so much or too much about her friends and everybody else around her, really, her causes. She didn't really take care of herself, and that was something that we just didn't talk about because it never appeared to be an issue. There was a stubborn streak in her as well. She probably gets that from me. And it really, again, if she decided she wanted to do something, then that was it. She would have been the perfect revolutionary. There was no convincing her to back down, really. We in sports teams, environmental causes, there was a passion.
Right, okay, she sounds like she was a very determined person.
Yeah.
And I understand she did well at school and university?
Yeah, she was a grade A student.
Right.
She studied very hard and got top marks.
Yes.
She wanted to be a doctor like me. Runs in the family. She really wanted us to feel proud of her, which we did. She could have been a brilliant surgeon to us. That was our hope for her.
She must have been extremely bright, and I'm sure you and her mum had many proud moments.
Yeah, we did. We knew she was having some trouble with depression, but just had no idea how bad it had got. I just wish I could have helped more. Remember when she got accepted into university and how happy she was. We thought that would be brilliant for her. She was very social, living away from home, living the university life. That would have just appealed.
You told me a lot about Sue-Ann and what a vibrant and clever woman she was, how she managed to achieve what she set out to achieve, how she made friends easily and thought highly of her family. And I can see from the photos she was a beautiful woman. That's a lovely photo over there.
Yeah,
for someone who's not sleeping well, we've covered a lot of ground and you've given me a lot of details to go on, so we're doing really well.
Okay.
Have you thought about dress code? I know this may sound like an odd question, but people like to be told nowadays what to wear to a funeral. Would you prefer bright colours or more sombre ones? Clothes can play quite a big part in how people behave.
I think an easy decision is to say bright, definitely.
Right.
Nothing black or gloomy, I think, to fit with the celebration idea. Sue-Ann never wore black, she was a very colourful girl.
Excellent. And so we spoke about music. What type of music was Sue-Ann into, or what kind of music can you see being played?
Well, she definitely loved her music. She always had headphones on when she could. The thing is she really liked that Kesha song, This Is Me.
Oh, yes.
We thought we should.
Was that from The Greatest Showman?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
I think. Sorry, I've got to navigate to where.
Sure,
this
no
may
problem.
be.
Take your time.
Here we go. Okay.
I think I do know the one.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, there's always an ad
There's an ad.
first.
I can skip it now. No, I'm afraid it's my iPhone only, so it doesn't have great
Well,
sound,
just
but-
give us an idea. Okay, that's Kesha.
Yeah, This Is Me.
Is that from the original soundtrack?
Yes, that is. Not, I haven't seen the movie, but that's apparently the song.
No, I've
from
heard
it.
it's very good, and I've heard this song. It's a very powerful message.
I think that's probably why she liked it. All her friends seem to be singing it as well, so.
Oh, well, I'm sure,
They sit in the back of the car, and they sat in the back of the car and sang it.
it sends a strong message, and I'm sure a lot of the audience will be able to relate to those lyrics, particularly her university friends.
From hearing it, it kind of beat picks up, and so it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, here we go. So it's not.
That would be great for the slideshow, I think. A very good choice.
Okay.
Okay, alright, very
So,
good. Well done. Yeah,
Hopefully, slightly
excellent.
better sound when we play it.
Okay. Let's see. Right. Then usually we have some music at the end, so we can have that during the slideshow, and maybe something at the end of the service. So you might want to think about another piece, at least one more piece.
Yeah, I'll have to think about one in particular. I mean, I think something classical would be good.
Okay.
I'm not sure Sue will agree, but I don't know. What do you think?
Entirely up to you. What kind of classical were you thinking of?
Well, I mean, I really love opera, so.
Oh, okay.
But something that's not too flippant and not too
So something
heavy.
quite uplifting.
I think, yeah.
Well, an
yeah.
opera would perhaps suit that.
Mm.
So maybe something by.
Well, there was they call it the Butterfly Duet. There was the old British Airways had. There was a lovely piece of music that you could kind of walk out to. I think might be a nice way to finish it off.
Okay.
It's a really pretty duet by two female voices. So I don't know, maybe something after turn like that might be. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have a think about that. You've
Okay.
obviously got some thoughts already.
Mhm.
It's entirely up to you. The service is tailor-made for you, so you can make the decisions. It doesn't have to be a set format. I'll leave a space at the end for a second piece of music,
Mhm.
so we can confirm that later.
Okay.
Okay, so to recap,
Just give me 1 second. Let me go and that drained my phone. Sorry.
oh, okay,
Um,
sure, no problem.
Keep getting messages from everybody at the moment,
Sure.
so my phone consistently runs down. It's that joy of owning a self-destructing phone.
Always necessary though.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So let's see. To recap, there will most likely be two people doing a longer speech or eulogy,
Yes.
and maybe some shorter ones, shorter tributes.
Yeah. We might have, say, 5 or so people
Okay.
that come up and just
Okay.
say something really quick.
Yep. Yep. That'd be nice.
Because it's also quite hard. I've spoken at a funeral before, and it's a very hard thing to do. So
Yeah. Sure.
if you don't have to think too much about it, it might
Yeah.
be easier.
Okay. All right. Excellent. We can do that.
Mhm.
Okay, so a slideshow with music and an upbeat, colourful atmosphere. So you've given me a lot to go on. Thank you very much. We've done really well. I'll be putting a ceremony format for you and the family to look at. So I'll lay it all out for you. And you can let me know if you want to make any changes. So does that sound okay to you so far?
Yeah, no, that's really good. Thank you.
Okay,
Very thorough.
we've covered a lot today actually, and we've definitely got the main things talked about. And
Actually, there's something that we haven't discussed yet. What do we do after the service? Do we have
right.
refreshments? Do we do
Yeah.
something there? Or
I mean, a lot of the time people have come from distances,
Yep.
so it's up to you. It's always up to you, but it's nice to offer people who have come a long distance some kind of light refreshment. Now, whether you want to have that in a, I don't know, a hotel, or whether you want to have that in your house, if you can cope with it, that's something that you've got to think about. Because if you do invite people and you have a large audience there, you may have a lot of people coming back. So you'll have to make.
Well,
that
one way or
quite
another,
clear.
I don't think we'd have the capacity to do it ourselves at this particular point in time. So somebody else would do it for us. We'd just have to work out where
Okay.
we prefer to do it.
All right.
Be at a hotel, or as you say, or even here really.
Right.
Here might be better.
Right. Yes. I mean, it doesn't have to be lavish. So long as
Have you seen both when they work?
I have seen both, and again, it's entirely up to you. People don't normally stay an awfully long time,
Right.
But it's
So, like,
nice.
The movies with an Irish wake and people stay all night.
No, not really. I mean,
Alright.
people normally like to come and say something to you and have just a personal word to you. And as I say, they have come from quite a long way. So you could get caterers, or you could ask family or friends just to bring a couple of plates.
Okay.
People are normally very happy to
Work out who the better
oblige.
cooks are in the family.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if you just have teas and coffees, I do suggest you hire or try and get hold of an urn, because filling a kettle and
Yeah.
for a large amount of people that's problematic. I have seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a lot of hot water ready in a big urn, that's really going to help you
Okay.
and make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, have a think about that.
Yeah.
If you need caterers, I can help you again with that. I can suggest some caterers, or Gerald can. I'm sure Gerald.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll discuss that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we go to a hotel or something, obviously.
Well, that's
can do
easier.
there,
You've got nothing to clear
but yeah.
up.
Well, even with caterers, they'll do it for us. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want to do the dishes.
All right. Well, we've covered a lot today, and I'm sure that we're going to put together a ceremony that you and Sue and the rest of the family were very happy with. So my contact details are here.
Okay. Yep.
So if there's anything else you want to include, just call me or email me. I
Okay.
normally get back to you, quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I will be talking to Gerald. I'll, go pop in and see him on my way back. So I'll let him know that we've met and what arrangements we've made so far, and to, talk about the screen and things like that.
Okay. No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that you could think of at this stage? Don't worry.
Invitations is the other thing, of course. So we
Yeah.
don't really. Is it just an email? Do you send something out, or
Well,
phone calls?
Again, Gerald, the funeral director, normally takes care of all of that.
Okay.
And it depends whether you want, a card or a book, something that people can take away with them. But
That's what we would like. Is
Yeah.
a visitor's book type thing for people to write something in, and
Oh,
we keep
okay.
that. That's
All right.
what we'd like.
yeah, excellent. Okay, well, I'll let Gerald know that,
Okay.
because that's something that he can easily take care of.
Yeah. Was it the book of condolences or whatever I think
Sure.
they call it? But that thing where we can just. It's just a
Yeah.
memory for us.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
Okay.
Okay, well, if that's all we can think of at
I'm
the
afraid
moment.
that's about all I've got at the
No,
moment.
that's excellent. You've done a lot.
Retire in the corner, so.
No, you've done really well. So give yourself a pat on the back. That was good.
Just take these away.
Sure. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's great to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
No, it's my pleasure. All right, Italy. Okay, see you later. Okay, all right, and if there's anything
All right.
else,
Thank you.
just let me know.
Yeah, well, I've got your details, so that's great. Thank you.
Okay,
Speak
all
to you
right.
soon.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.